Extra $300 to $400 a year. Here's a fun little.
I'm gonna actually show you a way to make $300 to $400 in about 1 to 2 hours of work, not in a whole freaking year. You can barely buy anything with $300 to $400 extra per year. So let me walk you through what I did starting back in 2022. You don't need followers. This is not TikTok Shop. It's not some weird side hustle. This literally replaced my full-time job back in 2023, and I'm gonna tell you how to do the same thing. So what I do now, and what I've been doing for 2.5 years, is called UGC, which stands for User Generated Content. Basically, you can work with brands even if you're not an influencer. And I know it maybe sounds weird because we're so it's so ingrained in us, I feel like, the last decade that only influencers are the ones landing brand deals, but that's just literally not true. Again, 2022, I had 200 followers, but in 10 days after starting UGC, and I made a portfolio and everything, which I'll go over, but 10 days into UGC, I literally got paid $750 to create 5 videos talking about an app called the Captions app. And it took me less than 2 hours to do all of those videos and send to the brand. So yeah, this is very possible. You do not have to be an influencer. If you have 100 followers right now, if you have 1,000 followers or whatever, you can literally get started today and start landing UGC deals. Let's go through it. By the way, if at any point you want to actually get started with this and you're super hyped about it, like I was when I learned about it in 2022, I have a free UGC checklist that I made for anybody who wants it. It's $0, no strings attached. I have a course. If you don't want a course because you just want to kind of dip your toes into UGC, grab my free checklist. It'll go through the steps on how to get started, and also an Instagram DM script template. That's how I landed my second UGC deal. And then also email pitch template. It's actually a whole 15-minute video course. If you're a visual learner, you'll love it. But go to my profile, pause this video if you want that at any point. Pause the video, save it, and then go to my profile. It's just in my Stan Store. Okay, so with UGC, what are the steps to get started? This is what I did. This is what I recommend you do. This is what I teach inside my course for all my students to do. Number one, you're gonna want to create a portfolio. So that sounds kind of scary to some people, and a lot of people are like, but Megan, I literally have no content to even make a portfolio. I've never done any brand deals before. I hadn't either. I literally started from scratch. So what you're gonna do to kind of get around that is you're gonna create a portfolio in Canva. I'm sure you've used Canva at this point, right? Go to Canva, create, a free account if you don't have one already. And then you're going to type in website portfolio or even UGC portfolio, and there will be some that populate and come up. Choose a template, put some information about yourself. I have tons of videos talking about age. So if you're a millennial like myself, put millennial UGC creator or Gen X UGC creator or baby boomer UGC creator, whatever your generation is, and then go into put a little blurb about yourself. And then mostly though, beyond all of that and putting your email and social handles, mostly focus on the video examples. Video examples are just gonna be literally you going around your home and choosing different random products that you already have, that you already like and use, and creating UGC example videos about those products. The whole point of your portfolio, your UGC portfolio, is literally to just have a one central place for brands to hop on, look at, get to know you a little better, and look at some of your work so that they can decide if they do want to work with you. You should know that your first few videos, if you're brand spanking new to content creation, are not going to be your best. They're probably going to be your worst videos, but that's okay. Give yourself some grace and know that everybody starts somewhere. My first videos are nowhere to be found, okay, on my portfolio. I don't have them. I've been doing this for 2.5 years. I replaced those videos once I got better and I had more content. So don't be so hard on yourself. Just create your portfolio, focus on the examples, have 4 or 5 different video examples talking about different products. If you want to see some example videos, go to my profile, click my Stan Store link, and you can view my UGC portfolio to see dozens of videos I've been hired to do by different companies. Okay, so once you have your portfolio completed, now is basically the only way to move the needle in your business, and that is by connecting with brands. There are so many ways to connect with brands. It's 2025. Most brands are hiring UGC creators actively, okay? So I'll just go through a couple quick ways. There's apps like Billow, B-Roll, Incense, Collabster, Collaborate, so many apps, okay? Don't get overwhelmed by any of this, but just take this information and run with it. Apps, there's platforms like Join Brands, Brands Meet Creators, Coley, Vidsy, Collabster, what's the other one? Breakfast.io, BRKFST.io. So many, okay? Choose a couple. There's also Fiverr. I have a whole guest training by one of the top Fiverr UGC creators ever. She did a whole hour-long guest training inside my course that you can learn how to successfully set up a Fiverr gig, which is just a freelance platform, so brands actually start to find you as a UGC creator instead of you going out and trying to find brands. So many ways. You can also pitch directly to companies. That is my favorite way to land UGC deals. I just got a multiple $1,000 deal with one of my favorite companies ever just a couple weeks ago, and I only did 3 videos for them. And the way that I got that deal was by sending them an email. So you can also go and look at brands' websites, find their email, and pitch to them directly. My free checklist will literally tell you what to say in the email. So go get the free checklist if you haven't gotten it yet. Okay, so once you start connecting with brands, right, they're going to hire you. Typically, the process is like this. And it's not always the same, okay? But typically, the process is like you connect with a brand. Say that you email them, right? And they're like, oh yeah, we are looking for UGC creators. We're launching a new campaign. We need 3 UGC videos. Send us your rates. They're going to say something like that. And then you have 2 options. Number 1, you can say, what is your current budget for this? So it kind of puts the ball back in their court. This could be a good option. It could be bad. Some people are against this. I don't know. It's worked for me several times. But they'll come back and say a number sometimes, or they'll just say, hey, like, can you just tell us your rates? And then you'll be like, okay, sure. And then you'll start out, like, I recommend starting about $200 per UGC video when you're just starting out in brand spanking new. And so for 3 videos, you could give them a little bit of a deal, right? So, or you could not. If they're wanting 3 videos initially, you could say, okay, it's $600 for 3 videos, or you could say $1,000 for 3 videos. Whatever you want to charge, it's literally up to you. It's your business. You could just throw out random numbers and then it could start negotiating. So if you say, okay, it's $1,000 for 3 videos, that is my current rate. And then they could be like, oh, okay, well, our budget is only $750 for 3 videos. You'll be like, okay, great, I'll do $750. And then you just made $750 from your UGC deal that maybe you were going to charge $600 for. So you kind of see, like, I teach all of this, like, negotiation. It's a massive part of UGC inside my course, but you kind of get the point, right? You can go back and forth with brands. They kind of expect it. So you're going to negotiate or just come to terms with whatever you and the brand decide on. Say it's, okay, $750 for 3 videos. They're going to be like, okay, great. Here's a contract. Here, you can sign it. We'll sign it. It'd be great. Make sure you have a contract, okay? A lot of people don't. Just trust me. Have a contract. You can actually have ChatGPT create a contract for you if you want. But have a contract, and then once you sign it, they're going to be like, okay, what's your address? We'll send you the product. They'll send you the product. If it's a physical product, if it's like an app, obviously, it's not going to be anything you have to wait around for. So then typically brands, depending on the brand, they'll usually almost always send you some type of creative brief. So like they'll have bullet points or like a script even that you just read and you just say, or different shots that they want you to get. Some information so you know what kind of content you'll be creating instead of just going in blind, right? So then you create the content, you send it to them, they approve it, or maybe ask for a couple edits. That happens sometimes, don't freak out. They approve it though eventually, and then you get paid, usually like within 30 days typically. So that's the process of a UGC deal, and then you just rinse and repeat, and then you get better at content, and then you start charging way more money, and then you start getting repeat clients, and then your income's gonna go up, and you're like, holy crap, I think I can quit my job, and you'll be so freaking happy that you started UGC. That's what happened to me, and it took me 14 months to replace my job, but it was so freaking worth it. I always say this, I would do it a billion times over again if I knew that it would bring me to where I am today. changed my life. UGC 1000% changed my life, and it can change your life too if you want to be a content creator and maybe you're not ready to be an influencer, you don't have the right amount of followers. Start with UGC. I cannot stress that enough. Start with UGC, learn all the skills, see the doors that will open for you, and just change your freaking life. Go grab the free checklist. I hope it helps.